Hey, rolling into one of our other favorite sports, boxing. Last Saturday, we witnessed a fight between Devin Haney and Lomachenko. We all watched it together.
Yeah, we
Give
did.
me your honest opinion, Wayne D.
So I've had time. My first honest opinion about it was that Lomo won the fight. And I thought he got at least the opportunity just to get a draw. So if you give him a draw, you still allow Haney to obtain the belt. But at the same time, you say Lomo was getting the best of him. I thought the first maybe 4 rounds, I thought Devin Haney was more of the aggressor. He was landing a few more body shots. Lomachenko was trying to fill him out. But I think from rounds, for me, the fight turned maybe around 6. And I think from about 6 to 12, I say about 5. Around 5 to 12 or 5 to 11, I think that's when the fight kind of changed. And Lomo started kind of taking control of the fight. And as he was taking control of the fight, I thought he won a lot of rounds. That was day one. So I thought for sure Lomo won, or I could see the judges giving it a draw. But then I got talking about it a few days later with a few individuals, and then just hearing Max Kellerman speak about it. When he was speaking about it, and the phrase comes, we all know, in order to beat the champ, you got to beat the champ. And so when I was watching the fight and he was talking about it, he says, in a lot of the rounds, when you can't pick who won the round, the judge will go with who holds the belts. So if you think it's a draw round and they can't pick who got it, they would automatically just give the round to the champion. And so I felt when they were going on, and when you really go back and think about it and look at it, that I think when you think about it that way, I can see how they got their scorecard.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I it's funny. I think I was looking for the same result. I thought it was going to be a draw, just because of how the fight went on. You know what I mean? How it looked like Lomachenko was really, because to be honest, Haney doesn't have that much. He doesn't switch levels that much. He doesn't have that much reflex. So it was pretty much target practice for Lomachenko. He just kept popping him, giving him a couple of flurries, popping him. I mean, granted, Loma was a lot smaller, so he didn't have the strength factor to really move him, or really stun him. Like, he did it a couple times, but not nothing really massive to drop him. But, he was getting to him. So I thought it was going to be a draw, but, I guess I can understand where Max Kellerman's perspective is, because the round seemed like, the fight was going round for round, back and forth. And in some rounds were pretty much, we were having arguments about who might have won that fight or who might have won that round. And it wasn't nothing, really groundbreaking. Nobody really got dropped or anything that we could say, oh yeah, this guy really got the best of them or so on. It might be a punch here or a punch there, but it really wasn't nothing massive. So right. I agree with you on that in that respect. I picked Haney to win the fight, and I was kind of surprised that it wasn't a draw. You know what I mean? And I do think that if he's going to move forward in this division, if he wants to dominate as the belt holder, he needs to get some more get some help out there to help him with some more. He's got a good foundation. He just needs some more skills so he can take the next step.
I'm going to stand firm in my belief from what I saw with my eye test. Yeah. Devin Haney didn't win that fight. I'm not changing it. I watched replay. Yes, he had some body shots, but his legs were buckling. He looked like he was about to fall a couple times. He was breathing real heavy. And like I said, in order to be the man, you got to beat the man. I thought he lost that fight. But for you to say that you're ready for, I can't speak for nobody else, but I can speak for Tank Davis. You're not ready for Tank Davis, in my opinion. No. Not at all. Because if Tank Davis hits Devin Haney with those punches that Loma was throwing, he might still be asleep.
The only thing I when I went back and watched it, I fault Lomo for not, even though Devin Haney was a sitting target, Lomo never went to the body of Haney. Haney's face was so open that he really never really attacked the body. And I think if he did fight Tank, Tank will figure it out, and Tank will go to his body and drop him. That's just my opinion, also.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, like I said, Shakur Stevenson gets in the ring, and he calls him out, and Devin Haney runs out the ring. Was that strange?
It was strange.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't see Stevenson coming.
No.
Oh, I know you're not doing that, man. I know you're not doing that, man.
Yeah, I'm not giving him that, because when we see replays of it, Shakur said something to him, and then Haney said something back to him on replay, and he said something back to him, and then he gets out of the ring real quick. I was gonna make mention of it, Dave, but I wasn't gonna go there.
I think we got to call a spade a spade. The whole world saw it, so we're just speaking from our perspectives of what we believe. Like, if that's the next fight, I'm going Shakur Stevenson.
100%.
If that's the next fight, I'm going Shakur Stevenson. That's just my opinion. I think Tank can kind of have it his way. He can figure out what he wants to do moving forward, and I think he's in total control of his destiny. But